Welcome back. Well, George Clooney fights back, and another day, another Bieber story. Mary Mueller has more in today's Hollywood Minute.
George Clooney is fighting back. In an article published in USA Today, written by the man himself, the actor says a story printed by the British newspaper Daily Mail is, quote, completely fabricated and dangerous. The newspaper said Clooney's soon-to-be mother-in-law is against his impending marriage to her daughter because of religious reasons. Clooney rarely responds to stories about his personal life, but chose to do so because he says to exploit religious differences where none exist is at the very least negligent and, more appropriately, dangerous. The newspaper has apologized and has taken the story down. Another day, another Bieber story. The pop star accepted a plea deal and entered a plea of no contest on a misdemeanor count of vandalism for allegedly throwing eggs at his neighbor's house in Los Angeles. His representative said Justin is glad to get the matter resolved and behind him. The judge ordered Bieber to pay his former neighbor a little more than $80,000 in restitution, 2 years of probation, community labor, and anger management sessions. Legendary singer-songwriter Stevie Nicks is bringing her talents to The Voice. The star will be serving as an advisor to Adam Levine's team in Season 7 of the singing reality competition. For Hollywood Minute, I'm Mary Mueller.
Well, British actress Keira Knightley recently visited South Sudan to highlight an Oxfam appeal for desperately needed aid for the country. Oxfam released this video of Knightley visiting a camp last month in an area hit hard by the conflict. Oxfam calls the situation in South Sudan Africa's worst crisis, with nearly 4 million people at risk of severe hunger. That's a third of the country's population. The United Nations has warned that if aid doesn't increase, 50,000 children could die of malnutrition. Oxfam chief executive thanked Knightley for visiting the country and bringing attention to the crisis. According to an Oxfam press release, Knightley said of her visit that the situation was worse than I could ever have imagined. And Emmys are coming up. Here are some of the drama series in the spotlight for Emmy nominations. Breaking Bad is the reigning champion as Best Drama and considered a shoo-in for a nomination off of its final season. Series star Bryan Cranston has won Best Actor 3 times and is expected to get a shot at number 4. Mad Men is expected to earn its 7th straight nomination as Best Drama. It's won the award 3 times. There are also nominations for HBO's fantasy drama, Game of Thrones, as well as House of Cards, The Americans, The Good Wife, The Blacklist, and Orphan Black. Well, I look forward to seeing who wins the Emmys this year. That's all we have for entertainment. We'll be back with weather after the break. Good morning, Desert Southwest.
We were about to do that in unison, but thank you so much for joining us here on Sunrise. Joey is out on assignment. We'll check in with him in just a little bit, but tell me, how was your night last night?
It was good. Yeah, I have a new roommate, so we're getting acquainted.
Okay, so roommates are always fun, so you'll have to let us know how everything goes.
Yeah, well, our names rhyme, so that's funny in itself. Molly and Holly, so.
Like the Bopsy twins.
Yeah, it's going well so far.
All right, so let's go ahead and send it right out to Joey. He's live at Ed Whitehead's Tire in Yuma. Hey, Joey.
Good morning, Kelly and Molly. Yes.
And this week, construction is finally completed on the parking garage at Yuma Regional Medical Center. News 11's Molly Lange joins us live in the studio with more on the new structure.
All right, thanks, Kelly. Well, this project has been in the works for a very long time now at Yuma Regional Medical Center, and they are very pleased to see the outcome. There are now 394 spaces available at YRMC, when before there were only 134 spaces. Patients and their families can now use all 3 floors of the parking garage, and those who are familiar with the YRMC campus need to be aware of the new entrance off of 24th and Ridgeway. Griffin says that this is a part of the hospital's overall campus expansion.
A bunch of dominoes, if you will, of all the projects that are occurring over here. So this week, in fact, and in this month, we're closing out and moving into the new administrative building, the parking garage, and the cancer center directly across the street.
Griffin adds that it's nice to have sufficient parking close to the main entrance, making it more convenient for patients and visitors. They want people to be aware that they can now begin parking in the new lot. Live in the studio, I'm Molly Lange, News 11. Kelly, back to you.
All right, thanks, Molly. Coming up in Sunrise.